All right, guys, we've been talking a lot about Colorado and transportation and employees and housing, and Chevy, one of the bigger restaurant operators in the state, and a lot going on in this employee situation, employee housing. We've been talking about it.
Of course.
And your spin on it is that transportation is something we haven't talked enough about.
Exactly. I think, obviously housing is huge and we need more of it. But if we have better transportation that reaches out a little bit further, then those communities, Georgetown, Kremling, Fairplay, Leadville,
Idaho Springs,
could help with our employee issue and at the same time provide housing for them, and then it builds those townships, and I think it just trickles downhill from
You
there.
had a great analogy too, that some of our mountain communities are kind of like New York because you can't build anymore. It's just that we're maxed out,
Yeah.
Like New York, you can't build anymore, it's maxed out, so you have to have people get into that area
Exactly.
on a train.
Exactly. And I grew up there, so a lot of my analogies go back to there, but absolutely, New York's built out, obviously, or it's not affordable.
Right.
And,
Same with Chicago and
Chicago,
Denver now,
and to a point, you like the Jersey Shore. When you go down there on a weekend, that corridor is blocked up.
Yeah.
So they got the train going down there, and a lot of people use it. So it's I think it could be a second way for us to deal with the housing
I think so
issue.
too. I really do. And we've got I-70 right behind us, and it's bustling. This is actually a slow time right now. Usually it's packed, as you and I both know. And I know that you're a proponent of, hey, at some point we got to have a train somehow added to this.
Yeah, and they've been talking about it forever. With the Olympics years ago, it almost happened.
Yeah.
But the federal government and the state have to get together. This is a huge corridor in our country and in our state, and we just have to figure it out. And I think train's probably the best way to do it.
Makes a lot of sense. And you have a unique spin, before we let you go, that even some of these resort communities, Breckenridge or Keystone, they might even utilize a train in there to get people back and forth.
Yeah, I live in Keystone. And they need an internal people mover. What better way to do it than with a train? And then you connect it back to the highway and back to the major hubs. And now we're lowering our footprint, and we're taking care of people getting around. We're dealing with housing. It just it's all the above. It's a good way to look at it.
Okay, well, we were joking off camera. Maybe it's time to bring in Sir Topham Hatt and Percy and Thomas.
James and Thomas.
Those guys can help us figure it out.
They will help us figure it out.
Okay, thanks, Chevy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, nice to see you.